everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So we are currently five weeks out from the IPF Bench Press World Championships. This past week has just flown by. This time is just flying by like crazy. And I know I say that every week probably, but like 5 weeks, that's crazy. I leave for Europe in less than a month. So, yeah. So anyway, this past week of training was a taper. On Saturday, I will get to this at the end, but on Saturday I had my practice meet. So the taper week leading up to it was relatively light in terms of workload. I worked up to my intended opener for squats, bench press, and deadlift for all 3 lifts. And I didn't have a ton of accessory work, so my workouts were relatively quick. Didn't have a ton of sets. However, my bench press especially, I would say squats also, but especially my bench press did not move the way it should have moved. If this was intended to be my opener, it was really hard. An opener should be fairly easy. It was not easy last week. So I wasn't sure if it was because of the cold I was still fighting off from, was it 1 or 2 weeks ago? Or I dropped a little bit of weight, if that really made it that big of a difference. I wasn't really sure. It could very likely be that my body was just fatigued and I didn't realize it. But anyway, on Friday, I emailed Natalie. I was like, I'm like, my opener, this isn't the way an opener should look. I need to lower my attempts because there's no point. There's no point in taking big jumps if my opener is my max effort. So anyway, after a little bit of back and forth with Natalie, we agreed to drop my squat opener 2.5 kilos less than we'd intended, and my bench press a whole 5 kilos under where I had hoped to open. But hey, it is what it is. Knowing what I know now about Saturday, I was probably worried. I was worried for no reason. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so I didn't have shirted bench last week just because I had the meet on the day that I was supposed to do shirted bench. I usually do shirted bench on Saturday, so it was a break, 1 week break. But anyway, Saturday, meet day. So, it was so much fun to be back on the platform. I didn't realize just how much I missed it. I knew I missed it. I missed all the people and just the atmosphere. But just being there and meeting, old friends, new friends, it was really awesome. And it really stoked my fire and my passion for this sport. And I am so excited for Worlds. But anyway, quick meet recap. I did film a little vlog about the meet, and I will release that video the same day as this video, and then I will also release the professional videos by JNL Media once those come out. So they always do a bang up job, so I'm excited to see those when they come in. But that'll be at a later date. I think they said about 2 weeks or so after the meet is when I should expect those in. But anyway, I will post, if I know how to add a little card, I'll post that somewhere here or wherever I can post it. Anyway, so I get to the meet and there's a lineup outside because it's 6:30 a.m. and because of all the COVID regulations, we all have to fill out a little form saying that we weren't sick, we didn't have any symptoms, we hadn't been exposed to anybody who had been sick, yada, yada, yada. So we did all that. Then the typical weigh-in, equipment check, that was all easy breezy. And I don't know if this is just me, this is very likely just in my brain, but like the timing from weigh-ins and equipment check to the start of lifting is always really weird for me. Like it always starts out and you're done all the official stuff and you just have to wait and warm up until the meet starts. And for me, that first little bit is like the first half hour after weigh-ins is like, feels like it takes 3 hours. Like it's just, not that I'm bored, it's just passes so slowly and it's like I've got all the time in the world, like la la la. And then the last half hour before the meet is like, feels like it takes 10 minutes. It's like, start your warm-ups, and then it's like, oh my God, we have to get to the platform. That's what it feels like to me. So I don't know if that's just me. But anyway, that was good to have experience before Worlds because I forgot about that little aspect of a powerlifting meet. But anyway, so weighed in, did all my stuff, warmed up for squats. I squatted. I forgot to film my first attempt. So if you were watching the vlog, that's why there are only 2 squat attempts. I'm sorry. I was handling myself also. So it was like me and my tripod and like my attempt cards. Just, yeah. Anyway, so first squat moved really well. Easy breezy. Second one moved well. Third one was kind of hard, but I had more in the tank. I would have been able to stick to my planned numbers for sure on squats, I think. But anyway, it was nice to have those out of the way. So then bench press. I started warming up for bench press. And warm-ups were going okay. I don't know. Everything was moving normally. I don't know. I do have a little velocity tracker. So I was tracking my velocity and sort of comparing it to previous weeks. And yeah, everything was basically on target. So it was encouraging. It wasn't indicative that I would hit like a crazy PR. So it was kind of, we'll see. Let's give it a go. And so I hit my opener of 85 kilos. Easy. I am glad, however, that I opened light because I forgot how long competition pauses can be. So that was good. That was also good practice. Then I moved up to 90 kilos for my second attempt. It was easy. This was my planned opener, and it looked like an opener, basically. So that's good. That's encouraging. And then for my third attempt, I attempted a provincial record, and it's my record, and I broke it. And it was also pretty easy. Like, if you watch the video, it's a little bit slow. It's not super fast, but it was not that hard. Anyway, so I was really stoked to get that. And it was really cool because right before I lifted 94 kilos, there were 2 women lifting before me in different age and weight classes. And they each hit a provincial record also. So it was like 1, 2, 3 provincial records. And it was really exciting. And I know them. I've competed with them before. So that was just really cool to be part of that. So then we started warming up for deadlifts. And by this time, I'd kind of gotten what I came for. I really wanted that 94 kilo bench. And I know it's not the most I've ever lifted. It's not a PR in that sense, but it is a 3 lift PR. So just a quick aside. For records, there are 3 lift records, meaning that you competed in a competition with squat, bench press, and deadlift. And then there are also bench only records, and that is if you only bench press, with the assumption that if you are doing all 3 lifts, you might be more tired or might not be as strong as if you are only doing bench press. So the number for bench only is usually a little bit higher. In this case, it is 1 kilo higher. I have both records. So anyway, I was just stoked to have that. And after, hitting it the 3 in a row with the other 2 women, I was just happy. It was a good day. I was happy with how things were moving. And then I just had deadlifts left. So for deadlifts, I don't know. I was very relaxed going into deadlifts. I will say that. I was so relaxed, I almost forgot to put my deadlift socks on. For deadlifts in a competition, we have to wear knee-length socks that cover our entire shins. And the purpose of that is that some people, if the bar touches their shins and scrapes against it, we don't want them to be bleeding on the bar, or bleeding, I guess, in general. So, hence the long socks. So I almost forgot to put those on. And then I did remember, I did put them on. And everything was fine. But, I skipped a warm-up. I mistimed my warm-ups, too. And I don't know, I was just chill. I was just like, all right, let's just get these deadlifts out of the way. I wasn't worried about the numbers that Natalie had programmed for me. I was very confident that I would hit all 3 deadlifts. So I wasn't really scared. It was sort of just, all right, let's go do it. Let's get this done and finish up this meet. So that's basically how it went. My deadlifts went very well. Even my third attempt, it flew. It wasn't a grind or anything. So at the end of the day, I went 9 for 9 in all 9 attempts. I think I got all white lights. I don't really remember. I didn't look every time. If the announcer said it was good lift, I just kind of went backstage, wrote my attempt, grabbed my tripod and all that. So, yeah, it was a good day. I should show you. This is the meet shirt. Let's see if I can show you. It was called the Cowtown Showdown. Nickname for Calgary is Cowtown because they have the Stampede and cowboy country and all that. So, yeah, so that was the meet day. It was so much fun, and I am so glad that I was able to go, that the meet was able to happen at all in these COVID times. The restrictions are constantly changing, and we're locking back down sort of again right now. So I'm very grateful that this was able to take place and that I was able to participate. And it was a very, very valuable experience, even though I kind of came into it and it was just, it's just a warm-up meet. It's just a tune-up meet or whatever. Leading into Worlds, there are lots of things, lots of little things that really add up to the competition day. For example, the timing I had just mentioned, that's something I need to be aware of. I also wore my Apple Watch throughout the whole competition so I could see what my resting heart rate was between attempts. That's sort of what I was interested in. Between squats, it was like averaging 125. Between bench attempts, it was 135. And this was with me sitting down, trying to calm down because I knew I was excited, but just like trying to keep my cool, and it was still 135. So I guess I'm not doing a good job at regulating that. I don't know if that's something I need to work on. It's just something sort of to be aware of. And then for deadlifts, I told you I was kind of just like relaxed about it. My average heart rate was like 106 between attempts. It like spiked high when I was lifting, but then it was just like when I was sitting, I was chilling. So yeah, but anyway, this was a very valuable experience leading into Worlds. And I'm just so excited. I'm so pumped for Worlds. So before Bench Worlds, there are Classic Worlds, Classic 3-lift Worlds happening in Sweden. And those start, I think, next week or in a few days or something. And the competition spans probably close to 2 weeks or so. There are masters, juniors, and open lifters. And so I'm very excited to watch those sessions, the live streams. And then right before Bench Worlds, there are North American bench press championships happening in Costa Rica. So those will be fun to watch. So it's just lots of powerlifting, lots of excitement. And I cannot wait. I am so stoked for Bench Worlds. I'm excited and nervous a little bit just because it's like, I don't know, the time is flying so quickly. In terms of training, this week coming up, I have a deload week. And then we are going into Worlds. We're doing a bench focus program. And I am getting my bench shirt taken in ever so slightly. Shane Martin is going to help me with that. So thank you, Shane. I've never done it before, and I'm not super experienced with sewing and crafty stuff, and especially with like a bench shirt, especially 5 weeks out from a competition. I don't really want to screw anything up, so I'm very grateful that he agreed to do this for me. So I will have that back by the weekend, and then on Saturday I get to go back in my shirt, and it's a slightly tighter shirt now, so hopefully we can pull it together. I think we have like, what did I say last time? 4 shirted bench sessions until Worlds. So we'll make it happen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and for following along on this fun journey. And I will see you all next week. Bye.